I forget the one that's live. Go live with it though. That's the sound that lets you know it's breaking. I know that much. Don't know if we're live yet though. Can never really know. No one really knows. The little button says you're live, but then like 8 seconds later, then it starts counting as if you're like really live. So I don't know when it's like actually live. Either way. I don't know a lot about Easter Island. This has been brought to my attention today. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to start with a quick overview of what Easter Island is, where it is, why it is. Apparently, it's an island in Chile. Chile is a country, I believe. As I look at this map, it appears to be an island out in the middle of nowhere. Quite remote, quite difficult to get to. If it is in Chile, it seems like it's way far away from Chile. Is it Chile? Chile? No one knows. This island here apparently has a bunch of stuff on it. It's an island in special territory of Chile in the southeastern Pacific Ocean. And it's apparently at the southern easternmost point of the Polynesian Triangle. Sounds pretty hot to me. In Oceania. Island most famous for its nearly 1,000. So here's what we're going to start learning right here. 1,000 monumental statues called Moai, which were created apparently by the early Rapa Nui people. So now I know that. There's not only 5 left standing, there's at least 1,000 of them. There's 1,000 of them out there. So that's good. 1,000 of them going. Apparently in 1995, something called UNESCO named Easter Island a World Heritage Site. So good for them. I'm glad that there's a World Heritage associated with Easter Island. That way it's not just one of those holidays that, involve a guy coming out of a tomb 3 days later. No, it's got its own heritage and it's got its own island associated with it. So that's outstanding. So apparently experts disagree on when the island's Polynesian inhabitants first reached the island, while many in the research community cited evidence that they arrived around the year 800. 800's a weird time to pinpoint, because I don't know what all is like invented in 800. I don't think there's a lot. I don't know, when's the printing press? I think that was a big deal, right? The printing press? When was the printing press invented? 1440. See, 800, you got people cruising around. That's 600 years before you could even print anything. We're hundreds of years before Kinko's would even think about coming into existence. In those all-night printer stations, oh, man, and they were hot back in the 90s. Kinko's girls, Kinko's guys, whatever you're looking for. So, people don't know. Apparently, they could have gotten there as long back as 800 BC, 800 AD is when people might have gotten to Easter Island. But whenever they got there, could have been 800, could have been 1200. People don't know. The inhabitants did create a thriving and industrious culture, apparently. Good for them. As evidenced by the island's numerous enormous stone, moai, and other artifacts. So there's at least 1,000 of them. They definitely do not all face west, but they do have cool bodies. So they've got like lots of bodies actually. I'll go ahead and share my screen because why not? Present, share screen, share this thing. It's over here. Yeah, just share this guy. Share the entire screen. It's ugly. I like it though. So yeah, they got all kinds of big bodies. All of them do. Or sorry, not all of them, but a bunch of them do. You can see some of them are just heads that might have bodies buried, I think. Is what a lot of people said, is that the bodies are deeper down. Yeah, like you can see this guy where initially they were like, oh, somebody put a head here. Like, oh, this is a lot more than head, sir. This is almost a home run. So they dug down, and you can see these guys have giant-ass bodies, apparently, too. So good for them. All right. I'm going to stop sharing that screen there. But yeah, they got bodies, lots of big old bodies, big fat bodies. It's more than just a stump. I thought it was even just like a stump kind of thing, but boy, was I wrong. All right, back over here. So yes, other things in Easter Island, like I said, they definitely don't all face west. What was the other crap KT was asking about that I needed to probably learn? Like I said, there's over 1,000 of them. There's 1,000 of those damn things. So there definitely ain't just 5. And they're all over the place. Apparently, let's see, by the time of the European arrival in 1722, the island's population was estimated to be 2,000 to 3,000. And then apparently European diseases and the Peruvian slave raiding expeditions in the 1860s and immigrations to other islands such as Tahiti further depleted the population, reducing it to a low of 111 native inhabitants in 1877. So then I guess Chile got its hands on it in 1888. Good for Chile. Chile. And yeah, it's extremely remote. I think it's damn hard to get to. The nearest inhabited land is Pitcairn Island, which is about 1,300 miles away. So it's a long way away from everything. I do know that at least. All right, moving on. That's all we need to know about Easter Island. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Yeah, Easter Island is on my bucket list if I ever win the lottery. I don't know how much it costs to get there, fly there, ship there, whatever it means. However, you have to get there by canoe or catamaran, but I want no part of it. All right, now, moving on. I heard a lot of slander today about the New York Post. It's fine. I've heard a lot of bad stuff about the New York Post, and a lot of my time. All right, let me add this here. Oh yeah, go to this guy. The New York Post is maybe one of the greatest websites on the internet. I don't care about their political leanings. I don't care who they attack. I don't care who runs them. They post garbage and smut on a daily basis that I want to consume. They can feed me that slop because I am a little piggy that loves it. So when they post articles like, is sex in space possible? Sure, but it may be more awful than orgasmic. I just go clicky, 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 click, and I read it all day long because I love it. And that's just one of them. We're going to rapid fire here. This is the father of the bride's cool shirt hack for summer weddings. And basically what this guy does is he just cuts out the back of his shirt. Pretty badass, isn't it? No sleeves, cuts out the back. This guy's living life. Then here's one you might have heard old Ben Rogers mention earlier today. Raw dogging a flight could literally kill you, experts warn. One of the most dangerous trends there is. You can't just sit there. You need to be consuming media. Certain movies are meant to be consumed on a plane. You can't just sit there on a plane. You will die. It's guaranteed. I'm not going to read the article, but I know it's guaranteed. All right, we're going to move quick on these. I'm going to be super fast. Got another broadcast coming up at 9 with KT. Cotton candy burritos are America's latest deliciously horrifying stadium trend. Look at that beautiful bee. Oh my God, it looks incredibly gorgeous and delicious. It's like a big cotton candy pill that you would like, or like a log. It's like a log, a filled log. And I guess they just put a bunch of gross crap in there, like what appears to be like crunch berries and sprinkles and maybe some ice cream and stuff like that. Looks like Fruit Loops. So, yeah, where else are you going to get that other than the New York Post? I don't know. Their food and drink section is the best. And then Zach Braff reveals, look at all these ads too. That's how you know they're good, is because people love spending ads on them, right? They need the ad money. That's how you know they must be good. So Zach Braff reveals what's holding up a Scrubs reboot, and I don't even know what it is. It looks like it's a Disney show, and there's a Warner Brothers deal. Probably comes down to that. So you don't need to read anything else. Also, Sarah Chalk, beautiful woman. All right, then this headline. My lazy husband refused to help with chores, so I went on strike. The world needs these types of articles. I don't care if they're going to attack every presidential candidate and all of their circle that happen to be on one side. And I don't care that they might spew vitriol and pure lies about an election. I'm here for this kind of stuff, about how a lazy husband refused to help with chores and how someone went on strike. All right, that's about all I've got. Oh man, yeah, I don't talk about that season either. Yeah, if there was a season without Zach, F that season. But I'd watch it. If Sarah Chalk's there, I'm in at any point in time. She is a lovely, lovely woman. All right. I think I've gone long enough here. 9 minutes, maybe. I think that's perfect. I think I learned a lot about Easter Island. There's 1,000 people. I'm sorry, Daniel, I'm bailing right now. Um, there's at least 1,000 of those damn heads. They've definitely got bodies. The bodies they are dug out. So a lot of people used to think they were just heads like this, and then they dug them out, and turns out they've all got bodies, or a lot of them got bodies and stuff like that. And the people that went there probably got in there at like year 800 or year 1200, and that's extremely weird because the printing press wasn't invented till 1440. So like 800's a hard time for me to grasp. Like 0 I can grasp. 300 I think I can grasp. 800's just weird. I got to see what else was going on in the year 800. I love you, Daniel. I apologize. It was like a 10-minute thing. We are back at 9 p.m. though tonight for a Kings of Leon song draft with KT. So go to his channel at 9 p.m. tonight. Him and Kent Garrison. Kent will have a lot of fun. We'll draft some delightful Kings of Leon songs. So we will see you then. Later, cats.